In the quaint village of Whispering Pines, nestled at the edge of a vast, ancient forest, the golden glow of the setting sun bathed the cobblestone streets and quaint cottages. Lanterns hung from porches, casting warm light that danced across the paths, while the dense, mysterious forest loomed in the background, shrouded in an air of secrecy. Lila, a determined young woman with a lantern in one hand and a notepad in the other, stood at the entrance of the dark, ancient forest. Her heart raced with anticipation, yet her resolve was unwavering. She had heard whispers of the enchanted grove hidden deep within, a place said to hold immense power and secrets from ages past. Tonight, under the watchful eyes of the village elders, she would uncover the truth. As Lila stepped into the forest, the air grew thick with the scent of earth and moss. The trees, with their twisted ancient roots, seemed to reach out to her, their branches whispering secrets she couldn't quite decipher. Her lantern cast a soft, warm glow, illuminating a winding path that disappeared into the shadowy depths. Deeper into the forest, Lila stumbled upon a lush, vibrant garden filled with glowing flowers and twinkling fireflies. It was here that she met Seraphina, the wise forest spirit. Seraphina, with her serene aura and gentle smile, sat gracefully among the blooms. The spirit's presence filled Lila with a sense of peace, and she knew she had found her first guide on this journey. As Lila ventured further, she encountered an ancient, gnarled tree with a face etched into its bark. The tree, with eyes wise and kind, spoke to her in a voice as old as the forest itself. It told her of the trials she would face, the challenges that would test her courage and wisdom. With each word, the tree's branches stretched out protectively, a reminder that the forest was alive, and it was watching over her. The path ahead was mysterious, illuminated by patches of moonlight filtering through the canopy. The silence was occasionally broken by the rustling of leaves or the distant hoot of an owl. Lila's footsteps were soft, but her presence was felt by the forest spirits, who watched her from the shadows. In a secluded clearing, Lila discovered a magical fountain, its water sparkling and glowing with a mystical light. Ethereal creatures, like fairies and sprites, danced around the fountain, their laughter like the tinkling of bells. It was a place of pure magic, where the line between reality and fantasy blurred. As Lila moved on, she came across a haunted clearing, where ghostly figures drifted silently among ancient stones and overgrown vegetation. The spirits, translucent and ethereal, were remnants of a time long past. Yet they did not seem threatening. Instead, they watched Lila with eyes filled with longing, as if they too were seeking something from the living. The journey was long and arduous, but Lila pressed on. At one point she paused, her breath catching as a realization dawned upon her. Her connection with the ancient wisdom of the forest was deepening. A close-up of her face would reveal eyes wide with realization, a mix of awe and determination that could only come from one who was truly understanding the world around her. But the forest was not without its dangers. Lila soon found herself face to face with a shadowy beast, a dark, menacing creature with glowing red eyes. The beast was shrouded in swirling mist, its presence sending a chill down Lila's spine. Yet she stood firm, her lantern casting a defiant light that seemed to push back the darkness. After the confrontation, Lila stumbled upon the Enchanted Grove, a serene place where the leaves of an ancient tree parted magically to reveal a hidden door, glowing softly with inviting light. It was here that she knew she was close to her goal. Passing through the hidden door, Lila entered an otherworldly realm filled with vibrant colors and harmonious melodies. Seraphina was there, standing amidst the radiant light, welcoming Lila to this mystical sanctuary. It was a place of peace and knowledge, where the troubles of the outside world seemed to fade away. With the trials behind her, Lila emerged from the forest, bathed in a soft, ethereal light. The villagers of Whispering Pines gathered around her, their faces filled with gratitude and admiration. She had not only survived the journey, but had also gained the wisdom to protect the village from future harm. Back in the forest, Lila made a remarkable discovery. an ancient artifact, a glowing crystal orb, half buried under leaves and roots. The orb pulsed with mystical energy, a symbol of the forest's enduring power. As night fell, Lila found herself at a gathering of forest spirits around a bonfire. They shared their wisdom with her, their forms shimmering in the firelight. It was a moment of unity where the living and the spiritual world came together. In the heart of the forest, Lila uncovered the ruins of a long-forgotten temple, covered in vines and moss. Glowing runes and symbols were etched into the stone, hinting at the ancient origins of the place. It was here that Lila faced her greatest challenge, an inner struggle that would define her path. Seraphina, sensing Lila's turmoil, transformed from a gentle forest spirit into a powerful guardian. Her form glowed with a radiant, protective aura, symbolizing her true strength. The village of Whispering Pines, under the ominous shadow of a looming dark force, needed Lila now more than ever. In a dramatic showdown, Lila confronted the shadowy beast one last time. Magical sparks flew through the air as her lantern and the beast's eyes glowed with intensity. The battle was fierce, but Lila's newfound powers prevailed. With the beast defeated, Lila turned her attention to healing the forest. Plants and flowers bloomed around her, and animals emerged from hiding, drawn to the rejuvenating energy she now wielded. The forest was coming back to life. In the hidden realm, a council of ancient, wise spirits convened. They offered Lila their blessings and guidance, their forms shimmering with a gentle, otherworldly light. It was a moment of profound connection, where Lila truly understood her place in the world. Back in Whispering Pines, the villagers celebrated Lila's return. Lanterns hung from trees, children played, and music filled the air. The joy and relief were palpable, a stark contrast to the fear that had gripped the village only days before. As dawn broke, the enchanted forest was bathed in soft light. Rays of sunlight filtered through the trees, and the air was filled with the sounds of nature waking up. Lila knew that her journey was over, but her legacy would live on. In the village square, a statue of Lila was erected. Villagers paid their respects, and the statue stood as a symbol of bravery and wisdom. It was a fitting tribute to the young woman who had faced her fears and emerged victorious.